It was 5 minutes.
5?
I don't even remember coming.
Y'all took me by surprise, based off of Zach's dialogue to Fatima in the end credit promo of this week's episode when he talked about, 5 minutes. 5 minutes? Yeah, I don't even remember coming. And I'm like, wow, I mean, maybe he and Fatima try to have sex, but he's just not there mentally because of his son. And that's what I mentioned in my trailer breakdown. But on Twitter, y'all took it to a new level, tagging me and posted like, hey, is nobody going to talk about Zach talking about 5 minutes and he doesn't remember finishing? And a lot of people automatically assume he's referring to his office sex with Karen. But I'm thinking, I don't know, because if he were, talking about finishing in regards to anyone, wouldn't it make the most sense when it came to Heather, because Michael's on his mind? And if that's the case, that completely makes sense due to the fact that, apparently he was really drunk at the strip club and they went to like the VIP room or something. And that's when she allegedly got knocked up by Zach. I think to be safe, and I know a lot of people have been, demanding this, but there really should be a secondary DNA test. Ever since the DNA test results came back at the end of season 1 as Zatima, people were like, yo, Hayden probably tampered with him, because if Fatima got the lab at her job to do the DNA testing and whatnot, Hayden probably, tampered with him somehow because, he has the connections and he's a hater like that. But yeah, I think, remember, the courts were supposed to do a DNA test way back when Zach got arrested in season 4 and Jake bailed him out. And, before he can fully be put on child support and whatnot, to test, the courts would need to do a DNA test, determine who the, father is. And if Zach is the father, then they have to work out child support from that there. That never happened. And that does need to happen, especially if Zach is trying to get full custody. Like I said, I know Fatima swabbed them both, Michael and Zach, but I think to be on the safe side, you need to double. What do teachers say in work? What do teachers usually say in school to their students? Hey, make sure you double check your work before you turn in your math assignment, before you turn that English paper, proofread it, make sure every T is crossed, every I is dotted, every plus sign is a plus sign instead of being a minus sign. Like one little sign, one little hiccup can mess up the entire thing. And when it comes to paternity tests, especially with DNA and whatnot, and Zach having as much money as he does, he definitely needs to get a retest. I know he probably, doesn't want to, but I think it would be the most responsible thing to do. Like an official test, hopefully as low key as possible so nobody knows about it, because like I said, a lot of people think Hayden probably did some shady stuff due to the fact that, he works in the same office as Fatima, so you just never know. So, the 5 minutes thing, I'm thinking it relates to Heather. A lot of people think it could be in relation to Karen. And it's funny because the way Fatima said 5 minutes, because, her and Zach having sex as much as they do, 5 minutes probably sounds like a second compared to how they get down. It's like, wait, 5 minutes? So I don't know. I mean, Zach could be referring to being in that drunken state with Heather, or possibly that office sex with Karen, because Aaron interrupted. Remember, he just burst in the room before Zach could allegedly burst. So you just never know. I mean, remember, if I remember correctly, after Aaron left the room in shock, Zach wanted to finish. He's like, oh, forget about him. Come on. And then Karen's like, no. So it could be possible Zach did not finish with Karen, and meaning that there is a even bigger light bulb going on in Fatima's head. Like, that ain't Zach's baby. So with that being said, Zach's dialogue about the 5 minutes and not remembering whether or not he finished, what do you think is relating to? His office meeting with Karen, the VIP section in the strip club with Heather, or was he just talking about Fatima and him in that moment? So with that being said, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.